for everybody who's on YouTube, who's come back, if any of you are coming back. Oh wait, hold on. You know what? You know what I'll do? Sorry guys. Let me just get this. Oh well, you're on locals. Is local still working? Are you still working? Are you here? One second. Allow Sonia. Oh, I see you switched over here. Good. And lost connection. Okay. Let's see. Continue stream. Oh, so at least locals has continue stream, whereas YouTube and all that doesn't have it. Locals is working, audio much better. Megan, okay, thank you. Awesome. Okay, so what I was just explaining very quickly is Slowly was the chief of police of Ottawa during the convoy, or at least the first part of the convoy. He was testifying in front of the Emergency Measures Act Commission, and it was a little bit disappointing to see him. Of what I got from it is he was what he's known for in policing, by the way, is he was protecting certain people in the political bureaucracy, but he's trying to have it both ways. He was trying to not commit to an answer either way, despite direct questions, and he's trying to give lawyer answers, right? That's not going to be a problem with me, by the way. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to explain my piece, and that's it. But it's very funny. If you watch his body language, you can see how much stress, how much political pressure he was under during that questioning session yesterday. So I was thinking about doing another. Remember the Punchy McGregor? We spent 2 hours on a Sunday night going through his documentary and all that sort of stuff. I was thinking about maybe what we should do is take a Saturday night and let's do a what's it called? Let's do a diagnosis of Slowly's testimony, and let's watch it together, and I can tell you exactly what he was dishonest about, or dishonest, yeah, because lies by omission is dishonest. But at the same time, I'm not sure I really want to give him all that much of a hard time. You could see how much political pressure he was under, and I'm sympathetic to that because Junior Blackface is just a spoiled brat, and that's who we have running the country. I think that was, it's very evident what's going on behind the scenes. Sonia says, "Oh, that would be great." Yeah, so maybe I'll give that a shot. All right, look at all the good things we had today. I learned the crackling is not my iPad or my equipment at home, despite the fact that I kept buying splitters and stuff like that. I've now had to deal with a live stream shut down, and I've learned that locals will continue the live stream, whereas YouTube and the encoder won't, which doesn't make sense. There's got to be a setting for that, but maybe there isn't. I don't know. So all of this stuff is, because of you guys, and I still have another 3 hours until I can get out of here and go back to Canada. Anyways, so you're now streaming under the live stream called Love and Freedom Show. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Actually, I like that. That's pretty good. Okay, very cool. That's how. Okay, Robin, I have no idea. Remember when I said we're starting this live stream? This is the opposite of me producing a podcast, where I would spend hundreds of hours in setting up the infrastructure and figure it all out. This is just me trying to figure it out and whatever. John Bob, must be because you're in a Volvo. You know what, John? Listen, my brother's got a W900, so I hear that all day long. Oh, when you get a real truck, right? So, yeah, to each. But you know what? One of the other truckers who is from the U.S. and was supporting us, obviously through the convoy, who I've maintained a relationship with and whatever. We're talking about that I always joke and I say I have a Volvo, but I know it's not a real truck. And he said, and he has, I think he's got a Peterbilt, if I'm not mistaken, one of the Packard trucks. And he says to me, normally I'd laugh and joke, but with the price of fuel, I kind of envy you with a Volvo right now. So for people who are new to truckers, that's kind of a big difference. It's like, I look at the trucking industry from when I was in the motorcycle industry, when I worked for Harley Davidson. The Peterbilt and the W900s, those are like the same as, Harleys, right? Harleys, maybe Indian, but let's just say Harleys primarily, right? Old school, traditional, classic look, classic design. Fuel efficiency is not the primary concern with one of those. And for those of you who don't know trucking, that's like your typical, let's say, Optimus Prime looking type of truck with a multi-layer bunk and a whole bunch of stuff, right? I'm multi-layer, but the windows are multi-layered in the top, very square front end, lots of chicken lights around it. Chicken lights are all those orange lights that you'll see around the entire cab and behind the mirrors and stuff like that. Whereas my truck, Volvos, and I guess you could say Cascadias, even though that's not my thing, they're like the sport bikes of the motorcycle industry. It's divided on exactly equal lines. And I remember when I was working at Harley, there was a bunch of people who had trucks, who were truckers. And what truckers they had? They had Kenworths and Peterbilt's Packard trucks. So anyways, there's our short little lesson on trucks. But back to the Slowly testimony yesterday. So if you think I should do another watch party about Slowly and kind of analyze some of his answers, maybe we'll do that, because I do want to practice that for the rest of the commission, because I am planning on covering a lot of that up until the day that I have to testify, and then maybe doing it again. Audio on locals just started crackling again. I don't know, call Dave Rubin. Dave, what's going on? Why are we getting crackling here, man? It's making me crazy. But thank you, Megan. Look how we are coming together as one massive tech support team that's going to help locals moving forward. Anyways, okay. So, and also the idea somebody mentioned, if we do these sort of watch parties on Saturday night, maybe we should turn it into, I don't know, we can turn it into a drinking game. Like every time he lies, we all take a drink or something like that. Or maybe we'll do that with Prime Minister Blackface when he testifies. Prime Minister Blackface, the most racist person to hold office in Canadian history, by the way. Let's not forget that. Okay, it's getting hot in here because I don't have the AC on and the sun is coming out. I got to do some paperwork. I like to do my paperwork ahead of time, so when I get to Canada, I just pop in the yard, drop the trailer, leave, go back to my car, and get back to my computer because I have a meeting tonight with the team that's working on the book, and which is, the writing the manuscript was a very, very large part of the project. But the state we're in right now is a lot of work, but it's really, really crunch time, right? Oh my gosh, not enough alcohol for Trudeau. It'll be so funny. It's gonna be awesome. How about this? We take a drink every time. Listen, I'm not a drinker, so 2 drinks I'm done. So I'm gonna last maybe 20 minutes of this. So I can't watch somebody like Trudeau who just lies every time his mouth opens up. But what about every time Trudeau mentions either diversity or the truckers were racist or bigot, homophobe, white supremacist, whatever, any of those pejoratives, that's when we take a drink, all of us in unison, right? And we'll see how quickly we get drunk. All right, so I'm not going to make a habit out of this. This was just a test, but thank you everybody who helped with that. So Sunday night Twitter space, announcing the title of the book, the launch date, and the launch party date, and the pre-sale date. We're going to discuss that, and then we'll have a stage. You can ask a bunch of questions. There's going to be a whole bunch of people who have been doing spaces with me while I was in, Miami for Bitcoin Miami and recovering, and while I was in South America. K9, one drink and I'm gone. Yeah, that's pretty much me. You know, I have a friend of mine who's been turning me into an alcoholic this year because I must have drank in like, I don't know, 4 times. And what I mean by that is, you know, sat and had a couple of drinks, right? But maybe 4 or 5 times because I've done it on the live stream once as well. So I don't know. You know, make sure it doesn't become. As Robin O says, he's a lightweight. Well, what can I tell you? Listen, I'm strong in a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I don't care about, and I will push against, and nothing. I don't have fear for most things. But I also happen to be a lightweight. What can I tell you? That's what it is. Oh, stop. You're being too dramatic. Okay. All right. I got to run. If there's anything else, let me know. And because I'm going to have to go back and check the test. And I want to go back and look at the streams. Because ultimately, I also want to move this into an audio podcast as well. So I'm trying to systematize this that I can do, you know, video production and then click 4 buttons, export an audio and have it uploaded and continue. So... which is also part of the reason for the production value being, you know, somewhat subdued. Okay, so thank you, everybody. If you're driving, drive safe. If you're just going out and meeting people, be nice, be kind to them. You know, I did that yesterday. Went to the backhaul place, and I got there at 1 in the morning, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Normally, I don't drive that late. You know, I'm in bed by like 10 o'clock, up by 8, back in the truck, driving back, and that's it. But because I'm trying to condense everything today, and I wanted to get, you know, the pickup, and I wanted to already head my way back to Canada before I went to sleep, that's what made it go a little bit longer. You know, there's a guy there by himself, 1 in the morning. You could tell he's one of like 3 people in the plant, and it was a massive plant. And you could tell he was just like... let's say he wasn't so engaged with his job, and he was just kind of like, you know, we've all had jobs like that. But I gotta tell you, I went in, how you doing, man? What's going on? Busy night, joking with him. Where's your girlfriend? She's hiding under the desk. I know it. Don't worry, I'll keep it quiet. You know, like that sort of thing. Just kind of hanging out for 5 minutes while he's doing my paperwork and, you know, making him feel good. And I mean, I do a lot of that, so, you know, that's maybe why I'm quite positive. But I know it completely changed his night, at least for a good part of it, because he was like, yeah, man, maybe I'm going to go. All of a sudden, he was up, and maybe I should order an Uber Eats, and asking me where I'm from, and all that sort of stuff, which they never do. They never really engage. So I know it had an effect. So you can have that effect on people as well, and I encourage you to do so. It's going to make you feel better, and it's going to make everybody around you that you interact with feel better. Okay, so I got to run. I love you all, and now I got to figure out how do I shut this all down? Okay, because I'm working on one device. Okay. Oh yeah, and tomorrow, by the way, I will be doing a live stream. So I will be getting back. I'll have my meeting tonight with the boys, with the team, and we'll talk to you.